coming. We'd like to give a special welcome to all of our alumni who are here today. Two of those are with me today. Our honorary captain for the football team, Mr. Tony Reddick. Tony was here to deliver beautiful remarks to our students yesterday at our Founders Day celebration. And coming back from the PAP 2024, Mr. Ron Marie will sing our national anthem for us. Welcome our guest today from Lawrence County. Joining us on our field today is our varsity football team, our varsity soccer team, our JV soccer team, and our cross country team. We know that with those two teams together on the field, at a very high level,
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to St Sebastians School. Today is homecoming. Die-Fi Video Productions is proud to present Arrows football. Today, the Arrows host the Spartans from Lawrence Academy. I'm John Galvin, along with the voice of the Arrows, Jack Knight. Jack, here we go. It's going to be a good one.
Happy homecoming to you, and happy homecoming to all the viewers at home. 2 games today played at St. Sebastians. Football taking on Lawrence, soccer taking on BB&N. What a great matchup we have here. 2 teams took losses in week 1, still figuring things out. A lot of good stuff from both teams. The Arrows, they lost to their rival Belmont Hill here at home, 7-10. Stars in that game, Kalen Shazinski with the lone touchdown. Defense kept them in it the whole time. And then for Lawrence, they lost a tough one at BB&N, but their quarterback, Jaden Campbell, his running ability to improvise, really kept them in that one.
Yeah, you know, the weather was terrible last week. It was all about the run game, and you know, the game here, obviously 2 teams, they really battled it out. Sebs had the lead 7-3 most of the game, and BB&N punched it in the middle of the 4th quarter and was able to hold on. It was a real good game, very entertaining. The weather, you know, wasn't great, but it got better as it went on.
Both teams had some struggles on special teams pretty much statewide with the torrential downpour we had last Saturday, but I'm sure that'll turn around today. One thing to watch for is Cooper Bolton for the Arrows, our player to watch. He had 2 touchbacks last week, even with the rain, and converted extra point. That was not normal for just what happened around the league. There was a lot of blocks, a lot of muffed kicks, things like that, and he's going to have to be counted on today.
Yeah, I mean, not only was it rainy, it was windy. I mean, it was howling. And, you know, anybody that watched the broadcast last week, unfortunately, we couldn't do the play-by-play because of the rain, but you saw the camera feed kind of moving all around, also getting all washed out. It was a battle for the camera crew, too.
One matchup to watch for today is going to be Jaden Campbell's #1 receiver, Thomas Kiefer. The sophomore is going to bring it today. You know that. He had a couple nice catches, converted first downs, really helped move the ball for this Spartans offense. But
yeah,
that BB&N team was tough.
Yeah, BB&N is loaded. There's no question about that. You know, the Spartans were a powerhouse, you know, through the 2000 teens there. They fell off a little bit, but they've been coming back the last 2 years. Last year especially, too. They were really, really strong.
Both teams battled hard in their losses, but one thing I'm sure these coaches are saying and fans are saying as well, no teams are awarded the ISL championship after week 1. Coin toss just finished. Arrows will kick off to the Spartans. Bolton on to kick. And Brady Scott, the deep man, as well as Brunson. Getting in their formations. Players are ready. These fans are ready. Henry's Corner, as always, down in the left section. And we are about to kick off. Homecoming here at St. Sebastians, just getting underway. Short kick there, taken in by Mason. Tackled down just about the 34-yard line. And that's where Lawrence's offense will get things going. We talked about Campbell and Kiefer pregame. Another player to watch is going to be Brady Scott, another really versatile wide receiver, works well on the sidelines. He's going to definitely be a problem for this Arrows defense. And then, of course, St. Seb's, their front, they cause a lot of problems. You've got 4-star offensive tackle and defensive tackle Marky Walbridge getting offers from basically everywhere. Campbell under center, fakes the hit, fumbled! And it looks like, yes it is, it's going to be Lawrence recovers.
Yeah, that somebody went the wrong way, either the quarterback or the running back. They tried to improvise and almost caused disaster. Luckily, the fumble was recovered by the other running back right there, who was able to avoid disaster for sure.
Yeah, the delayed pitch, it can gain you a lot of yards, but the one thing is you're really giving the defense a lot of time to really come at you and cause issues, and, you know, disaster avoided right there.
Lucky it was only a loss of 2.
Full house formation here for the Spartans. And a false start. That will back them up 5. 2nd and 17 upcoming.
Certainly not the start that Lawrence was hoping for.
Backs them up, and I think the Spartans, they're gonna probably go to a pass formation here, needing to gain a whole bunch of yards. This is where, again, guys like Kiefer, guys like Scott can really be playmakers, as we see Kiefer matched up with Duke lacrosse commit George Kelly right here. Campbell in shotgun. Design run, and he is stopped up by multiple arrows, gain of maybe 1. And the Arrows front was ready for that. They saw it all week on film, and Campbell neutralized, at least this time.
Yeah, quarterback draw really didn't fool anybody. Arrows were getting a nice job swarming to the ball.
They used that really well against BB&N, even though, you know, they were fighting all game. They had good 20, 30-yard chunk plays, but the Arrows snuffed it out. 3rd and 17 now. Spartans need to get to the 44 to convert. Campbell in shotgun. Campbell looks, throws. He's going long for Kiefer, and it is no signal yet.
Yeah, it's a catch.
It's a catch. Arrows thought he was bobbling it, but however, Kiefer gets a 23-yard first down catch. And we see the big play ability really come to life.
Yeah, I mean, there was amazing coverage there. We were right with him all the way. Just a great catch, great throw, great catch.
Sideline, Campbell puts it on the right shoulder. Campbell under center, 1st and 10 now at the 40-yard line. Hands it off to all ISL running back Jordan Johnson. Stuffed up after a gain of about 2 or 3. Jake Mullery on the tackle. Arrows defense doing a really good job early plugging the run, not, you know, letting them gain ground game.
Yeah, I mean, the defenses looks good, say that one play, that long pass play. Definitely handling them at the line of scrimmage.
Mason motions back in. Campbell fakes the handoff, play action. Bresnahan got in there, but he makes a nice throw out to Jefferson.
Yeah, great reaction there. Campbell was really getting a lot of pressure off the edge. Had to throw it sooner than he wanted to, but they were able to make the play and get the first down.
Campbell getting the play call. Arrows defense flying around again on that play. We saw Bresnahan come in, made a near tackle on the play action. Full house once again. Low snap.
Yeah, he moved. Running back moved.
And a false start there as Second pre-snap penalty of the game for the Spartans offense. Obviously still early in week 2. Teams are very much still figuring things out. Now at the 34 line of the Arrows. Same formation for the Spartans, and once again, a false start as that pushes it back to 1st and 20, right at the 39-yard line. You see that Arrows front starting to cause some problems pre-snap.
Yeah, I mean, you know, interesting 3 false starts. I mean, I guess you amped up in this first drive, but
You're also really trying to get a jump on some of those D linemen.
just drive killers right there. I mean, they had a 3rd and long they converted before, so now they still first down here, so.
Campbell in shotgun, looking deep. Campbell escapes. Deep throw there. And it is incomplete. He was looking for Kiefer once again, but it falls just to the ground. The jump ball there almost caught.
Yeah, was that Kelly with him?
Tight defense there by Kelly.
Yeah, I mean, he was right there too. It was anybody's ball.
That's going to be one of the big matchups today. Those two going at it back and forth.
I mean, Kelly's got so much speed, he's just hard to run by. But that was a broken play, and you know, rolling out, kind of a lot of times you lose your guy when the quarterback scrambles. It's hard to cover a guy one-on-one for that long, but Kelly did a nice job right there.
Spartans need to get to the 19-yard line to convert. Spartans bring in Masters in a somewhat fullback formation. Handoff to Johnson. And he's able to push and juke his way up for about 5 yards. Brings up a 3rd and 15. And a passing situation.
Yeah, you definitely think they're going to pass it here. You might even think at this part of the field, you might be a 4-down situation here, depending on how much they get on this down. If they can make it 4th and 5, somewhere around there, you know, it's too far out to kick it, I would think.
But that was an important play. That was their first really positive running play. Forces the Arrows defense to really bring it in here. Campbell takes the snap, fakes the handoff. Campbell's going to run. Throwing, caught. Scott. And we're going to wait for an official signal.
I think he's short.
It's probably going to be, it's about 4th and 3. Yes, 4th down. Brady Scott on the lunging attempt. Made the grab, but just a tad short. And the Spartans,
yeah, definitely.
They're going to go.
Yeah, definitely here. At least, I mean, here I really didn't watch the field goal kicker in warm-ups, but, you know, I would think here where it's only 2 yards or so.
Campbell obviously has that running ability. Johnson does as well. Their QB sneak.
I don't know.
And looks like no gain. And no gain. The Arrows stop them up. A plethora of Arrows defenders get a much-needed stop and turns the ball over. Just physicality at the line. We talked about this Arrows front. Really, for 3 years now, they've had that continuity. Guys like Molery, guys like Walbridge, and then the linebackers shoot in. You can't do anything.
Yeah, I mean, that was great. They were just trying, you know, the tush push made famous by the Eagles, and they just didn't get the push.
Arrows offense comes out now. Tyson Goley, the senior captain quarterback, Bork in the backfield, another senior captain. Handoff there to Bork. Bork spinning his way.
Gain 4 maybe.
Gain of 2. And for this Milton team, obviously you look at Malcolm Mason, he's a big player. Only a sophomore, but he's going to be has a huge task today guarding the Princeton football commit, Kalen Chazinski. As we see that matchup on the far left side, Singoli in motion. Ty Singoli takes the snap just over the head of his brother Ace. Brings up 3rd and 8. Arrows need to get to the 30-yard line to convert.
Yeah, it looked like the route was there. It was good pass, cleared it out with Kaczynski, and then Ace came across. It was there, he just overthrew him. First pass of the day.
Big play here, just under 4 minutes left in this first quarter of action. Lawrence had a about 40, 50-yard drive stalled out. Singoli back to pass, looking for Chazinski. He's got it. Kalen Chazinski on a long conversion. Chazinski breaking tackles, finally wrestled down by Brady Scott at the 38-yard line. And it's going to be a first down and a big conversion for the Arrows offense.
Yeah, unbelievable throw and catch right there. Even more unbelievable staying in bounds. I mean, he was full speed towards the sideline, put the brakes on, tiptoed up the line, broke 2 tackles. Huge play for the Arrows.
A big catch and run. He got almost 17 yards. Run after catch. Puts the Arrows officially at the 34-yard line. Two big play offenses going back and forth. Handoff to Bork, and he is stopped up. Jason Jefferson on the tackle.
Yeah, not much there for Bork. He did a nice job just getting back to the line of scrimmage. Actually, looks like he lost a yard.
He did. It'll be 2nd and 11 now. Thurman, the lone receiver on the right sideline. 3 to Singoli's left. Bork in the backfield once again. Singoli throwing. Ace Singoli with the catch. And a very nice 15-yard gain to give him the first down, but a flag.
Flag down.
Looks like there was some after the play activities.
Yeah, roughing the passer maybe. I didn't really see it, but
we'll get the call from the officials.
Yeah, not walking back, so.
They are.
Oh, ball
it looks like it's going to be on the Arrows.
It is coming back, yeah. Personal foul, dead ball. So it was after the play. So the penalty's coming from where the catch was made, and it still, does it give him a first down?
I saw on the right side there was 2 linemen really chopping it up.
So it is So it is a first down. It was after the play, so they got the first down, marked off the penalty from there, and it's 1st and 10.
Timeout taken by the Spartans.
2 great drives to start this game, one from each team. The Arrows were able to stop the Spartans on their drive. Let's see if the Arrows offense can make something happen here.
Penalty gives them a first down still, but it really takes away some of those extra yards. Ace Singoli's big catch earned them.
Yeah, so we were at the 30 now, so they would have been at the 15-yard line on that catch.
Just a lot of jitters here for both teams. You know, again, it's still really early in the year.
Yeah, I didn't really see what happened on the penalty, but it was after the play, so.
Really good battle so far. 0-0 with just over 2 minutes to play in the game, or in the quarter. Ball at the 30-yard line. 1st and 10. But a little sour 1st and 10 there with the penalty. Both teams regroup with the Spartans timeout, and we are back to play. Arrows packing it in here.
Yeah, real tight formation.
Maybe tipping their hand at a run. Singoli throwing, and it's caught. Jasinski once again. A nice 12-yard gain to give the Arrows a 1st down, and they're right back on the move.
Yeah, multiple in the pattern. It's really opening up, doing a good job checking, finding the open man, delivering the ball.
Well, the Arrows offense, it's very balanced. You know, even you look at the running back position, they've got Bohr, kind of a power back, Kelly, more of a speed, finesse guy, Chazinski, the tight end, he's obviously very skilled, Thurman, more of a possession, aggressive catch guy, as Bork hammers through for about 3 yards. They can really beat you with anything. Brings up 2nd and 7. Singoli in shotgun, looking, throwing off his back foot. Jasinski, and it is caught. Touchdown Arrows, but a flag. We'll see what it's on, but for now, Kalen Jasinski gets his 2nd touchdown of the season.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's going to come back. We got a holding call on the Arrows.
It's going to be Candiato. And some problems here for both teams' line.
Yeah.
You know, these defenses, they make it tough.
I mean, he had a lot of time in the pocket, but obviously whenever you hold the ball that long before you throw it, you're asking your linemen to do a lot.
So touchdown taken off the board. Now at the 24-yard line. Kelly in motion. Singoli flips it to him. Kelly with some speed. Kelly on the outside. Spartans wanted to hold. They're not going to get it. And Ace Singoli's great block there springs George Kelly for a nice gain.
Yeah, I saw the block they were looking at, and he looked pretty clean. I mean, we couldn't really see what he was doing with his hands, but he definitely had leverage.
A lot of times, especially at the high school, college level, these kind of receiver, defensive back, really blocking battles, the ref's going to let him play. As that brings us to the end of our first quarter. No score here, but definitely a great battle. These two teams going head-to-head. Spartans drove down. Arrows currently driving. As we take a little break, and then a new 12 puts on the scoreboard.
Yeah, I mean, one drive for each team, and that's the whole quarter. So the offenses are getting the job done. Hurting themselves with the penalties. I mean, both teams, obviously the Arrows with a touchdown call back. But so where are we at now? 3rd and 15, I guess we're at, and we'll have to see how we can, we actually saw the field goal kicker this end of the field during warm-ups. and he was booting it pretty far. So they may be in field goal range here, depending upon what happens on this play. If they can gain maybe half of this, maybe you go for it. But
Bolton's always.
Yeah, I think he has it. He was kicking him from further out, so there's no question he has the range. Whether or not he can get it inside the uprights is another story, but definitely an option here. So you don't want to take a sack. You don't want any negative yards for sure.
Yeah, Bolton, the 3-year starter, senior now. He's been a trusty as always, and even last week through the elements. But 3rd and 15, Arrows definitely have the playmakers to convert. 2 D linemen sprung free. Bork is wide open, and he will score. Touchdown, Arrows. Justin Bork on a 23-yard scamper.
Yeah, great ball coming out of the backfield. Total breakdown in coverage by the Spartans. He was wide open, nobody within 15 yards of him.
As the Arrows take a 6-0 lead, Bolton on to kick. Henry's corner loves that one. And the first play of the second quarter goes for 6. Bolton was 1 for 1 last week. And that kick is good. So the Arrows, a little trickery there. Run Bork, not usually known as one of these catching backs, but he could obviously do it. He did a lot of that his junior year, especially against teams like Lawrence, BB&N.
Yeah, I mean, great. He set up in the backfield, kind of went into the middle of the line, so it almost looked like he was helping out on the pass blocking, and then he just released, and there was nobody there. Nobody at all. He just, total breakdown there by the Spartans, and somebody was supposed to cover him, and they lost him.
The senior Captain Bork puts the Arrows on the board and caps off a long but successful Arrows first offensive drive of the day.
Yeah, nice job by the Arrows overcoming the penalties. Had a bunch of them. Obviously the big holding call on the touchdown they get called back, but they were able to persevere and grab a 7-0 lead.
Bolton to kick off. Scott and Bronson, the deep men for the Spartans. Lawrence obviously looking to respond. They definitely have the capacity to do so. A deep kick here. Bolton kind of went for a squib the first time, but he just boots it in the back of the end zone on this one.
Yeah, what wind we have is kind of over his right shoulder, so he took advantage of that. He drove that right into the end zone. I think it landed on the 2 and bounced in. Great kick.
That first kickoff, you always look to try something. A squib, maybe it works, maybe it doesn't, but now we're playing football. Put it in the end zone. So Campbell and the Spartans offense comes back on the field. Had a really nice drive last possession, stalled out just around the 30-yard line. Johnson the back. Spartans packing it in. He hands it off to Johnson. Gets a little room, but nothing more. Stopped up by Barbosa.
Yeah, kind of a counter there. Everybody went right, back went left.
Barbosa made a dive, got the ankle, and
yeah. I mean, there was a lot of great play there because there's a lot of room after that. But it's just disciplined defense, holding your gap, not going for the fake. When everybody goes right, you tend to almost go with him, but he didn't. He stayed home and let the back come back to him.
One of these things we talk about, the penalties we've seen here on both teams, the D-line, they're getting a lot of push. They're making things tough, not just the quarterback, but the entire offensive unit. 2nd and 8, ball at the 27-yard line. Campbell in shotgun. He's got 2 rushers coming at him. Barbosa misses the tackle. He's got it now. as a plethora of Arrows defenders come in to bring Jaden Campbell down.
Yeah, good job by Campbell there, buying time in the pocket. It looked like he was going to uncork the long ball. Decided against it. Time ran out, and they got to him. He actually did gain a yard or so not a sack, but as good as a sack.
3rd and 8. Full house once again for the Spartans. Last time they ran that formation, a nice first down. They're trying to do that once again here. Arrows looking to bring pressure. Scioli comes. Campbell trying to run. He is sacked as the Arrows D-line and linebacking core collapses to bring down Campbell and force another Spartans punt.
Yeah, they just brought too many guys for the Spartans to block. Good pressure there. I think they brought 6. Pocket collapsed quickly. Campbell could go nowhere.
You saw Scioli there come in. He beat the guard and then made it easier on the rest of the unit. First Spartans punt of the day, first punt of this game. Mason boots it. Little wobbling. Nigerian able to secure it at the 47-yard line. So the Arrows offense, after a nice touchdown, will get right back to work.
Yeah, great field position here for the Arrows. It was great snap, decent punt, but like I said, I think that wind held that up a little bit. It got up there and seemed to not carry very much. Henry's Corner supplying the entertainment today.
Of course, bringing the music, bringing the noise. We heard them loud and proud, especially 3rd and 4th downs. Singolian shotgun, Bork the back. Hand off to Bork.
Nice cut.
Yeah. Rumbles for 6. Ogren's there. On a nice block. Right side contained his man. Gain of 8 for JB. This offense is really, picked up after what happened last season. The rain definitely affected this offense as well as many others across the league last week, but
yeah, I mean, it basically last week took away the threat of the throw. So you could pretty much,
as Jasinski rumbles and stumbles and is in. And this one
we got a flag, hold on.
will stand for the time being.
Yeah, I think it's coming back. Holding against the Arrows.
It's gonna bring back Jasinski's would-be second touchdown of the game. As you know, we talked about sort of on that last play when Kelly came in and picked up a first down. The Spartan sideline pointed out now the refs are starting to be a little bit more so it is holding and negates the touchdown. Takes the snap. Spartans bringing pressure. Singoli dumps it off to Bork. Bork beats his man and right outside.
Going to be right at the line to gain. I think they're going to be short. It'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Bork and Masters have been matched up all game, and Bork's done a really good job. Obviously, he got the touchdown, but even little plays like that out of the backfield, just spinning and churning for extra yards.
Yeah, again, kind of held him in. He released kind of late. Similar play that they ran for the touchdown.
So it brings up a 3rd and 2. Handoff to Bork, the power back. Falls forward. And we'll wait on the ref's decision.
Going to be close, but I think they're short. We'll see. Now they're going to measure.
The effort there from Schultz, the Merrimack football commit, number 60. He thinks he made the tackle with yardage to spare, but no.
Yeah, they're giving it
First down for the Arrows. Yep. So it is 1st and 10 now at the 38-yard line. Just under 8 minutes to go. Beautiful day for homecoming, beautiful day for some football. Our other game, St. Seb's soccer taking on BB&N, no score in that. A great one right here. Arrows offense is driving. Singoli, a deep ball, and a toe tapper. What a grab by a Singoli, keeping the feet in bounce for a huge conversion. Brings them down to the 12-yard line in the Arrows' first trip to the red zone.
Yeah, great route again. You know, they're sending 4 out, sometimes 5, and Spartans are having a tough time keeping everybody covered. And he's got the time in the pocket to find the open man and delivering the ball. Another great throw.
We saw Malcolm Mason, number 6, the defensive back here, come in. He brought a lot of speed, but the one thing is, you know, they lost his coverage ability there downfield, and Singoli's able to find a pocket in the defense. Singoli rolling left. Spartans want to hold. They're not going to get it. Jump ball, Singoli. Throwing to Chazinski, but incomplete. That would have been a heck of a grab, but falling back one-handed as Kiefer is a tad shaken up.
Yeah, there was a collision down there before the ball was thrown at the goal line, and I saw him go down. I didn't see who he hit. Obviously, the Spartans coaching staff thought it was a Sebs player. I mean, it might have been, but it might have just been an incidental thing where they ran into each other.
Spartans coaches, they were looking at
They were definitely calling
left
for it.
side. They wanted a hold on Singoli's rollout.
He's got to come out, doesn't he?
He is coming out.
Oh, all right. Oh, here he is on the sideline.
As Kiefer, he's been a big player for them today. Both sides of the ball a little shaken up. Hopefully he's all right, gets back in this game. Second down now at the 9-yard line. Goal to go for St. Seb's. Handoff to Bork. He's got blockers. And a couple of Spartan defenders drag him down.
Yeah, down to about the 2 of the 3.
Tybor, the main man on the tackle. The junior DE stops up Bork. Third down now.
3rd and goal inside the 4, about the 3.5.
Shotgun formation once again. Thurman and Singoli, the receivers. Bork, the back. Big play here. Handoff to Bork. Stopped up on a flag. We're going to get a false start. I believe we'll get a false start.
Yeah,
no signal.
Yeah.
It is false start.
Yeah.
So that brings up 3rd and 8.
Yeah, it changes the dynamic altogether here.
Interesting formation for a shotgun at the 3, but now definitely a passing situation. Couple of defensive line substitutions for the Spartans. As even though the flag did come, Lawrence looked well equipped to make that tackle. Couple of guys swarming to the ball. 3rd and 8.
Timeout arrows.
Definitely a big play. Want to talk it over.
Yeah, I mean, you know, a little under 5 minutes, second quarter. A lot of football game left, but this is big. You know, you definitely want to get a touchdown here if you can. You're certainly within field goal range, but that's never a automatic thing in high school football. We'll see. You know, I think you're looking for some crossing patterns maybe, or
Chizinski,
yeah.
always a really good option. He's had a monster game already.
Slipping the backside of the backfield's been working pretty well.
But then again, the Spartans defense, when they go one of those pressing guys, it's been working, and they've been getting stops and, you know, forcing errant throws. This is where we start to get into all those coaches. They preach about the middle 8. Third and goal at the 8. After the false start, pushes them back 5. Single safety for the Spartans. 3 wide for the Arrows. Singoli still in shotgun. Looks for a pass. It is caught. Crosby Thurman reaching, lunging, and getting in. Touchdown, Arrows.
Yeah, great throw, better catch. Thurman took it. It was a low ball, and you know he's a big kid. He went down and got it. Stayed on his feet. He wasn't in the end zone when he caught it. He had to work his way to get in. He did a nice job catching that low ball and diving into the end zone for 6 for the Arrows.
Huge credit to Thurman there, able to survive the ground, as many NFL fans cringe as I say that. But a great effort there. And converting in the red zone, it's the toughest part of any game. But the Arrows get it done. Bolton on to kick. And it is good as the Arrows take a 14-0 lead with just under 5 minutes to play.
Yeah, great job by the Arrows overcoming the penalties again. You know, had a touchdown called back on that drive as well. Had a ball on the 3, brought it back to the 8, still punched it in. That's big. I mean, obviously you don't want the penalties, but if you can overcome the penalties, it doesn't hurt, obviously, as well, especially getting a touchdown.
Just shows the resilience of this team. It's a pretty junior and senior-led squad, and they're showing it. You know, they don't get frustrated. They don't get really rattled by any penalties or any setbacks that come. They just take it as another task. Now, this is a big drive upcoming for the Spartans. You know, you'd love to see 2 fast guys, Scott and Mason, back for Lawrence. Really take this thing, try to give your offense a boost. But I'm sure Bolton's going to try his best to take that out of the equation. Bolton kicks off, And no return as Bolton puts it in the end zone for a touchback.
I mean, that was even better than the last one. That was 2 yards deep in the end zone. Tremendous kick there. Again, you know, just like you were saying, you got two speedy guys back there that could break it, and you just take them out of the equation, just erase them all together.
He had one last week.
Let him
touchback in the rain.
Let him go, you know, let him go 75 yards in 5 minutes.
You know, that's why a guy like a kicker, you don't think about him till really the end of the game where there's a big kick, but you know, he definitely is a player to watch. The things he brings. Special teams is massive. Campbell hands to Johnson. Able to muster up for Candiato on the tackle.
Good to see number 7, Kiefler, back in the game for the Spartans.
Yeah,
Got banged up on the last drive defensively.
Yeah, he's a huge player in this game. He had a big catch for about 30 yards right on the first drive. Plays defense as well, usually covers one of the top-ish players as we see him get involved in here. Nice little dig route. He keeps going.
Right on cue there. Brought him in a crosser. He was wide open, got him the ball on time, broke a few tackles. That's why we're, you know, Spartans are happy to see him back in the ball game.
It's hot out here. You're doing a lot of practice. Cramps definitely happen. Got some water, stretched it out. He's all good to go. Ball at the Arrows, 49. After a nice yak yards after catch for Kiefer. Handoff there to Johnson.
Good tackle.
Pereira able to power bomb him. Gain of none. Second and 10, clock still winding. Just hit 3 minutes to go in the half. Both teams with 2 timeouts apiece. But right now, all the Spartans are worrying about is getting down the field as Campbell gets out of the pocket, throws to Kiefer. Wrestled out of bounds by Brendan McHugh.
Clock running, so he made the contact inbounds.
But Campbell and Kiefer picking up where they left off last week. Under 2 minutes now.
Getting close,
or
yeah,
under 2:30, excuse me. Clock still winding. Spartans now in trips.
Thought they were supposed to call a 2-minute timeout.
Throws to Scott. Scott fighting. Scott pushing forward. Gets another 2. But Connor Crane there with a great ankle tackle. 2-minute warning. We've seen this implemented in college football, now high school, taken after the NFL.
Well, I mean, the ISL does use the NCAA rule book pretty much for every sport. So, you know, it's interesting to see it that they're actually implementing it. I'm surprised they actually let that play go because
it did actually.
It went under 2 minutes before they snapped it. But, I mean, the coaches must love it because it gives them basically a 4th timeout. So,
well, this is also the last 2 minutes. They're so important. I mean, you look at this drive. The difference between coming out with 7 or coming out with 3 and then coming away with nothing is so important just for morale coming out of the locker room. And And then the Arrows looking for a big stop.
Yeah, I didn't realize that they actually got the first down on that, so it's 1st and 10.
Yeah, Crane and Scott were wrapped up with one another, but Scott came around, got an extra 1-2 yards, picked up the first down. But we're definitely going to need to see some more tempo from Lawrence with just 1:47 left on the clock. Campbell throws, caught, wrapped up by Singoli. Scioli on the tackle.
Gonna go no huddle here, which is good play coming out of the timeout. Had 2 plays called.
No huddle is correct.
First down.
2 catches in a row by Tiber as he gains 13 and gives the Spartans a first down. 1:20 to go. That was a much needed big chunk play. Lawrence going fast. Campbell, he's going to run and gets met at the line. Walbridge and Pereira collide with Campbell. Spartans sideline want a flag. They're not going to get it.
Yeah, I mean, he went into that slide late.
He didn't give himself up. He was definitely gaining yards.
Well, he did go feet first, so technically it's giving himself up, but nice cutback there.
Tiber bowling forward again as he uses all of his 6'6" frame.
Timeout, Spartans with 38 seconds left.
We've seen that a lot in the NFL. Derrick Henry, guy that comes to mind, he always utilizes his frame to fall forward. It just gains you so many extra yards, putting that ball where it's supposed to be, gaining as much as possible.
You know, you're also instigating the contact. So, you know, when you're that big in this league and you're lowering the boom,
they're not hitting you, you're hitting them.
You're hitting them, and next time when it comes around, that D-back's going to remember, oh, geez, last time this guy crushed me. You know, maybe he doesn't go in quite as hard as he did the first time. So,
ball at the 14-yard line. 3rd and 2, 38 seconds to go. Four wide for Lawrence. Campbell throws, looking for Tiber once again, but just over his head and out of bounds. He had a lane to run, but decided, look, the clock, it's dwindling, and went for the pass.
Yeah, I mean, you run, you're probably going to have to use your last time out. You got your 6'6" guy going in the corner, but the Arrows had 3 guys around him. So they really, if he had tried to fit that in there, it would have, you know, most likely have been deflected or intercepted. So good call throwing it away.
Fourth and 2. This is a big play. The
fourth or third? Fourth, yeah.
Spartans, they declined the field goal. They're going. Henry's corner's loud. Campbell takes the snap. High snap, throws, and it is caught for a first down. Mason once again. But a big tackle there by Haggerty to stop him up right at the line and push him out of bounds.
Yeah, getting out of bounds is key to that too, because that stops the clock, still saves your timeout. So you could, you know, theoretically now you can run the ball if you want, because you can stop the clock.
But again, a guy like Mason, you know.
Yeah, he's a weapon, there's no question.
Seen him on.
Timeout Arrows. Timeout Arrows.
Timeout St. Seb's.
Seb's, they just, actually, oh yeah, timeout St. Seb's, correct.
As they talk things over.
Yeah, this is a big 27 seconds for both teams. Obviously, the Spartans need to score.
It's the difference between 7 or 14 points.
Yeah, I mean it's big, and Arrows get the ball to start the second half, so it could almost be 21-point swing if they're able to stop them.
That middle 4, or middle 8, excuse me, always comes into play.
Yeah, I mean Arrows have had 2 drives, 2 touchdowns, so you're thinking you got a good opportunity to start the third quarter with the ball, get some points. So this is a big stop, big 27 seconds for both.
Ball at the 9-yard line. It is once again going to be goal to go. So 1st and goal with 27 seconds left. Spartans in trips. Campbell takes the snap, looks, fires. Trying for Mason, but Haggerty had him blanketed and gets the better of him on that one.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that he saw that coming his way. He was complaining about getting a hold. I didn't see it, but, the ball came out quick. I don't think he was ready for it. 2nd down.
"22 seconds to go now. Really 3 plays here. 3 wide now. Campbell, he has pressure, he throws. It is caught by guess who? Kiefer, giving the Spartans 6 and brings them within 1 possession.
Yeah, great route right there. Ball was delivered on time. He just went to the goal line, turned around, and the ball was there. Touchdown Spartans.
Kiefer's been a huge weapon for them all day. Gets them on the board with a tough end zone grab. Lucas Spinelli on for the extra point. Oh, low snap. Comes to the holder, and he is brought right down. David Hom. You'll see him winning faceoffs in the spring for lacrosse, and just gives the Arrows a big tackle. 14-6 with 15 seconds to go.
Yeah, I mean, basically you had a worm burner on the snap there, so there wasn't a whole lot you can do with it. Try to pick it up and go for the 2, but the Arrows were right in on him. Hom throws him down.
But a big score. I mean, this game has really been back and forth. I wonder if we'll see any action from Seb's offense or if they're content going into the half.
A lot depends on where you end up with the ball here. I mean, if they're able to get the ball out to the 40 or, any even better, then maybe you try something. But at this point, I think you take a knee and you have 1 timeout left.
Spinelli once again for the kickoff. He sends it to the 10. It's caught. Chazinski making some moves. Cuts it back. Chazinski evading tacklers. He jumps, spins, and is dragged down at the 38-yard line with just 2 seconds left. So a valiant effort by Kalen Chazinski. But with 2 seconds left, Sebs will probably be content going into the halftime.
Yeah, I think you just take a knee here and go in with the 8-point lead. That was fun to watch anyway, that return. looked like when he cut back that he might have a chance, but Spartans were able to cut him off and bring him down.
A little Madden-esque there from the senior captain as Singoli takes the knee and takes this game into halftime. 14-6, St. Sebastian's lead. We'll be back after a short break for more action from Seb's homecoming.
Welcome back to St. Sebastian's School. Di-Fi Video Productions is proud to present Arrows Football. I'm John Galvin along with the voice of the Arrows, Jack Knight. Jack, great first half there. St. Sebastian's offense really got it done. 2 drives, 2 scores. Lawrence punched one in at the end there to make it a one-score game. Looking forward to the second half.
Yeah, Seb's offense really doing a good job of keep away. They've been draining the clock, running with guys like Bork. Chazinski's been getting open, Ace Singoli. And again, you can't ask for anything more than 2 drives, 2 touches, and then Spartans offense, they were able to score late down in the red zone with Kiefer. He's been all over the field for them. Arrows getting the ball back here though, so Spartans offense will have to wait.
Yeah, that was a big drive there for the Spartans because with the Arrows coming out here, getting the ball to open up the second half here, like we said, 2 drives, 2 scores. Arrows are looking for the same thing. That could have been a big swing there if the Spartans didn't punch that one in.
The penalties have been killers for both teams. That's first half. These teams have only really played now 3 halves of football. So there's still a lot to iron out, but I assume things will clean up here in the second half. One thing to watch for the Spartans offense, Campbell, he got the running going a lot last week, especially in the second half as we see a squib. Weston flying through. And he gets down to the 38-yard line. Arrows take it. 1st and 10 now, officially at the 38. Arrows offense looking to replicate what they've done the whole first half, which is go down and score. Singoli and shotgun. Spartans bring 6, and they stop up Bork. Gillino on the tackle.
Yeah, he just swallowed him up in the hole. Great play there. Beat his man. Not easy to take down Bork, but a guy that big, it's a lot easier. Big boy there in the hole for the Spartans.
The junior getting in there to make a play. This whole Spartans front has given the Arrows O-line, which is really good,
Yeah, I mean, you can just take a look at them as they stand there. Spartans absolutely outweigh every single one of the Arrows offensive linemen.
So no gain there, 2nd and 10. Play action goes for nothing as Singoli buried by Jefferson. And the Spartans pressure working for serious advantage to open up the second half.
Yeah, really nice job there. Trying to set up the screen. Spartans read it up. He just had to throw it in the ground, and then he took a big hit.
They were going for one of those, kind of what we've seen before with Bork. But not today. 3rd and 10.
Spartans fired up here on the sideline.
Yeah, Lawrence sideline getting loud. Arrows packing it in. Haggerty motions wide. Singoli looking for Chazinski, and just too long. He wants a face mask. He's not going to get it. Arrows forced to punt in a huge stop for the Spartans defense to open up the half and get this offense the football right back. Lawrence playing with some real fire, some real energy coming out of the locker room. Arrows go 3 and out, but they've got a very reliant defense, providing stops a lot last week and then the beginning of this week. Bolton to punt, and it takes a Seb's bounce, but still not much.
Yeah, not the kind of kick you wanted.
Down to the
Going 3 and out.
46-yard line, a punt of just 14 yards.
Yeah.
And Lawrence here gaining a little momentum after that energetic and ferocious stop.
Well, I mean, you know, scoring going into halftime, get you fired up in the locker room. Obviously, they brought that back out to the field. Defense did an amazing job there, stifling the Arrows. Now, this is going to be a big possession here for both teams.
Arrows only putting 3 on the front, but that certainly means they can still bring pressure. Campbell in shotgun. Takes the snap. Handoff to Bronson.
I think they maybe lost a yard on that
Yeah,
play.
they did actually. Interesting there to put Bronson kind of more of a finesse style back in the game for a dive play. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line. Three wide for the Spartans. Campbell in shotgun once again. Campbell evades pressure, throwing caught. Brady Scott juking through 2 arrows, through 3 arrows. Brady Scott gets a 25-yard gain as he's tackled by Bresnahan.
Yeah, great move in the open field there. First of all, great route. It was wide open, made the catch, broke 2 tackles.
You've heard of the jurtle, the juke and hurdle. Now you get the juke and spin. A nice gain there. Sets up Lawrence at the 15-yard line of the Arrows. They're now in the red zone.
Fumble.
Oh, fumble, snap! Still loose.
I think
Arrows think they have it.
I think they do.
And they do. They do. The Arrows have recovered. And a muff snap turns into a costly turnover.
Yeah, I mean, that ball had eyes. I mean, it went down on the ground. It rolled over the line of scrimmage into Seb's territory. Looks like a couple guys had it, and all of a sudden we see it sitting there all by itself there. And Arrows were able to scramble and pick it up.
Bouncing around like a basketball. Mulry falls on it. And the Arrows with a huge stop there. So Seb's offense comes back on the field. Looking to avenge last drive's 3 and out. Singoli throws. Thurman off the hands and almost picked off by Jefferson, but falls down incomplete.
Yeah, I think Spartans jumped offside, so that was kind of a
Free
free
play, yeah. It's going to be 1st and 5 for the Arrows. And a grand start to our second half as we've seen energetic defense all throughout. Spartans forced the punt, and then the Arrows ripped the ball right back on a recovered fumble. Singoli, handoff to Bork. Bork's got some blockers. Justin Bork pushing upfield. Taken down, but not after a monstrous gain. Bork plowing through again, really setting the tone for this offense. And again, Justin Bork, he's one of those guys, again, he hits you. He's got that kind of strength. So a 1st and 10 now again for St. Seb's at the 32-yard line. Handoff to Hom, and he gets about 7 or 8. Scott on the tackle.
Yeah, good run by Hom. I think the turf monster got him. He would have gotten more.
This offensive line is doing a great job creating holes. We've seen back-to-back big runs where they've had lead blockers, they've had room to run, room to juke, making it easy on the backs. Spartans bring 5, play action, dump out to Chazinski. Armstrong with a pancake block.
Yeah,
but a flag.
Yeah, I think he grabbed him.
We'll see what the call is. Henry's corner thinks it's on the defense.
Yeah, it is.
It is, yeah. So that will move Seb's up further into
Big penalty.
Lawrence's territory.
Maybe
it's going to be
face mask. I don't know. It was far side of the field, so he may be reaching, was reaching out as he ran by and got the mask. It's hard for me to see either that or it's on a blocker. You face mask the blocker, but that's a big penalty because it goes. You got the play and add another 15 yards. You're down to just outside the 36 right now. 1st and 10 for the Arrows.
Yeah, we saw Armstrong out there far side fighting with Mason. A lot of battles here. Both these teams really competing. Singoli, deep throw looking for Bork. Just let him a tad too far. Scholf right in there to bring pressure. A D1 football player going to Merrimack. That's what you're going to expect. A lot of pressure in your face.
Yeah, it was a good route there, running the wheel route there with Bork. It was well covered, though, so they really, he had to get it out in front and hope he could run under it just a little bit too far.
2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line. Lawrence sideline starting to make some noise. Handoff up the middle to Bork. Pushes through for maybe 1 or 2.
Yeah, not much. 3rd and 9, 3rd and 8.
Big stop there from a couple of Lawrence D linemen. Blanchette, the freshman, dragging Bork down. Passing situation here.
Yeah, I mean, you might want to think this is 4-down territory, too. No way you're going to kick a field goal from here.
No.
And you're so far, plus, I don't think you want to punt either. A lot will depend on what you can get on this play.
Armstrong, Nigerian, and Shijinski near side. Thurman's far side. Singoli, long throw, got Chazinski. Chazinski still running. Face mask there. It's going to add on a few. But another Arrows 1st down. Singoli drops it in the sure hands of his tight end, and he rumbles, stumbles, and bumbles for an extra gain.
Yeah, it was great run after the catch there. Looks like we did get a face mask.
The helmet of Chazinski wobbling around, but he was still able to gain some yards.
Yeah, and you're going to get half the distance now from there.
Pushes it up to the...
Just outside, right to the 5, or just outside the 5.
So another Arrows red zone trip. I'm looking at number 84, the big body, Crosby Thurmond. He had some big red zone TDs last year. Bork, stretch play. He beats his man, and he gets his second touchdown of the day for the Arrows score.
Yeah, great play call. Got around the corner. Once he did that, he was, walked right into the end zone.
Justin Bork, again, the speed, the power. Such a good combo. He's worked so hard all offseason, getting ready, and just hammering home. He was all ISL last year and going up for it again this year. Bolton on to kick. Arrows currently with a 20-6 lead. 5:15 to go in the third quarter. Bolton's kick is good. St. Seb's with a 21-6 lead. Puts the pressure back on the Spartans offense. I think Lawrence, their touchdown drive, it really came from their tight end, Matthew Tiber. I'd love to see him get back in the mix again. His ability to just be a safety net for Campbell and then fall forward. Obviously, he's got a nasty stiff arm.
Update from soccer. Looks like BB&N just took a 1-0 lead with about 17 minutes left in the second half.
Bolton on to kick. Interesting change here for the Spartans. Thomas Kiefer, he's been doing it all today. He's going to be asked to do a little bit more as he is another deep man on the kick return, as well as Brady Scott.
Be interesting to see if he'll take it if it goes into the end zone, which it does.
Bolton,
wow.
Again, another touchback.
That was even farther. He's getting stronger. That was 4 or 5 yards deep.
He had a touchback last week. They were at the 25-yard line in the rain. I mean, it's just such an underrated, crucial part of the game, the special teams unit. So Spartans offense starting now at the 25. Johnson the back. Packing it in. 8 men on the line. Campbell, passing situation, throws! And McGuire and Kiefer were fighting for it. Kiefer just able to extend and make the grab, but for little yardage.
Yeah, I mean, McGuire undercut it. Looked like he had it, and I think Kiefer just took it away from him as they went down. Great play on both sides. I mean, tough throw there because that could have easily been a pick six by McGuire.
Dangerous throw there. Kiefer on an out-breaking route. Campbell just put it a tad inside.
All that for no gain.
One of the things the BB&N Knights were able to do last week was really put a lot of pressure on those throws, and the Arrows doing that here in the second half. Campbell with pressure, throws, and it's going to be too far as it sails out of bounds.
That almost came to me. I almost made that grab.
He was looking for Tiber, but David Hom at safety covers him right up.
Yeah, nice shot. There's really nothing there. He was just throwing that away.
Well, a lot of pressure also. You had Barbosa, Mulry collapsing the pocket, just speeding up his internal clock. 3rd and 10, still at the 25. Spartans need to get to the 35 for a first down. This is a big play here. Five wide for the Spartans. Campbell looking deep downfield. Scott is open. Scott will run. Scott evades Bork, and he is in for a Spartans touchdown. Brady Scott on a 75-yard touchdown catch as Campbell put it right in the basket.
Yeah, that was a great throw by Campbell. Scott got behind Bork. Really, great throw, put it right on him.
And that brings it back to a one-score game.
Not
Or
yet.
excuse me,
Yeah, got to get this one.
We're wondering.
Looks like they're going to go for 2.
They're talking about it. Yeah, they're going for 2. So to make it 7 and would be a one-score game.
I don't know. I would, at this point, if you don't get this.
It's 2 scores still. It's 9.
Yeah, I mean, kick the extra point, make it a one-score game, 8 points. I don't know. Too early to be going for 2, in my opinion.
I think one thing to watch with the first rule of 5 wide formation succeeding, I bet we'll see a lot more of that. Fakes the handoff. Campbell's got nowhere to go.
Yeah,
Mulry's held, so this play will not count.
He throws it well.
But
it will count. It'll be
incomplete.
Incomplete.
But
decline the penalty, and you get a 2-score game. Exactly why,
Yeah, Mulry was all over that. Spartans O-line had to resort to holding him, but a throwaway anyways, and the Arrows defense keeps it at 2 scores. But nevertheless, a big 6. Converting on 3rd down, and much more. Campbell shaken up after that 2-pointer. He was pointing to his ribs. We hope he's all right. Obviously a vital part of this Lawrence offense, his ability to move off script. And just, he's a freshman standing in the pocket against really tough 4- and 5-man rushes. Huge credit to him. Spinelli to kick off. He went for a squib last time. We'll see what he does here. And he just boots it. Shazinski will return. We saw a great one from him last time. He's got a little speed here. Shazinski across the 35, going now to the 38-yard line. So the Arrows offense with a nice little advantage to kick off their drive.
Yeah, good return there. Great kick. I mean, he took it almost to the end zone. Getting it out to the 36-yard line. 1st and 10 Arrows. Little over 2 seconds over 4 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. We got a lot of football here to go.
Yeah, 9-point game. We saw the touchdown there from the Arrows, but we saw also that first drive just as easily. Lawrence's defense is very capable of getting big stops. Nigerian and Armstrong, the receivers to the near side. Thurman all alone, far side. Handoff to Ham, breaking tackles, winding, and he is stopped up after a gain of 2. Johnson with the tackle.
Yeah, nice hard run there by Ham, picking up 2 or 3, keeping him honest on the ground. Big collision there.
Ham recently committed to Boston University for lacrosse. Formidable face-off man. Also doing it here on the gridiron.
Yeah, fun athlete to watch. Really strong face-off guy in lacrosse.
Nigerian in motion. Singoli, he's got pressure. He throws, looking for Jasinski. He is wide open, and this one will count. Touchdown, Arrows. Kalen Jasinski answers right back as they trade long touchdowns through the air.
Yeah, great job there, fighting off. As the ball was coming in, they were right together, and defensive back fell down. Kaczynski kept going, made the catch. 63-yard touchdown pass.
A guy like Kaczynski so hard to guard. Do you put a linebacker on him and risk giving up the speed, or put a corner on him and risk giving up some of that physicality? Arrows take a 3-score lead. So it is 28-12 with 3:03 to go. Arrows go 2 plays, 1 touchdown.
Yeah, I mean,
and a big momentum swing.
Big momentum swing. Huge momentum swing, answering that touchdown with their own big play. And that's his 3rd touchdown of the day, even though only one of them counts.
2nd touchdown of the season for Kaczynski. Had a nice grab against Belmont Hill last week. Scott and Mason with Bronson, the deep men for the Spartans. Bolton to kick off, and we assume another touchback from him.
This one will be returnable.
Bronson takes it at the 10. Bronson breaking some tackles, pushes his way to the 27, call it the 28-yard line.
Yeah, good. He had a chance there. If he got by that last tackle there, he was gone. Made a nice, came up the gut, broke it to the outside. The Arrows were kind of bunched in the middle of the field. He had a lot of room to run, and great tackle there, bringing him down by his shirt.
That was Weston on the tackle. He had a nice kick return earlier for the Arrows.
Another lacrosse player. Only a sophomore.
Spartans taking over now at the 27-yard line, 1st and 10. Just under 3 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. Big drive upcoming for Campbell and co. Hand off to Johnson. Johnson pushes his way, still not down. Johnson fights off an ankle tackle. Brought down by Manny Pereira, but not after a 15-yard gain, and Justin Bork is hurt.
Bork was one of the first guys to hit him, and you can see the result there. He's down. Hopefully he's okay. But that was that was a truck hit right there. I mean, he was just bowling through the hole. There were four arrows on the ground, and he was still going.
Bork, the senior captain, 2 touchdowns already today.
Looks like maybe just got the wind knocked out of him the way they're treating him.
He's been in basically every play today, both sides of the ball. Doing it at running back, slamming it in the hole.
Yeah, he looks okay.
Caught a touchdown pass, stretch play for a touchdown as he walks off. You know, we get into the later stage of this game. These guys, they're taking so many hits. But Bork pops right back up, as would be par for him. So a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Johnson the back. 8 again on the line for the Spartans. Fakes the handoff to Johnson. Campbell with room to run. He's got men chasing him. Runs out of bounds. Just evades Greeny's tackle.
Picked up one on the run. think they were looking to go deep over there, and the coverage was there. I mean, there was no place for him to go, so he just had to run it out of bounds. Good pursuit there by the Arrows as well.
Guys like Armstrong, Hom, Bresnahan really holding it up here in the secondary, even though Kelly, Frizzoli missing in action today. Arrows defense is very much next man up mentality. Campbell drops back, Mulry coming after him. He's got guys sacked. Devin McGuire comes in and finishes what was some heroic pressure from that Arrows front four.
Yeah, again, he just had no place to go with the ball. You want to call that a coverage sack. It was definitely, he wanted to uncork it, but they were all over him. No place to go with the ball and just had to eat it.
Just a score update here. BB&N has taken the lead over St. Seb's. 13 minutes to play still in the game, though. Plenty of time for Seb's soccer. 3rd and 11 after 2 big stops. Seb's trying to get off the field. Campbell takes the snap. Campbell runs, throws, big catch. Brady Scott again fighting through Kevin Bresnahan's coverage.
Yeah, Bresnahan was right there, right with him. It was just a, perfectly thrown ball where only Scott could get it, and he, muscled it down to the ground. First down, Spartans.
A gain of 22 on the play brings them to the 34-yard line. And that will bring us,
we'll see.
Whatever happens. Don't think they're going to get it off.
Doesn't look like it, but
although they should.
No.
They will not. So we will go to the 4th quarter of play. Arrows 28, Spartans 12. A 2-score game here in Needham, Massachusetts. Some great football on both sides. Spartans driving in Arrows territory.
Yeah, big drive here. Now you're going to have to go for 2 when you score with a 16-point lead.
We've seen Tiber, Kiefler make some big plays, and then Campbell's escapability.
Yeah, I mean, he's very good at extending the play, making it tough on the defensive backs of the Arrows to hold on to that coverage.
Then for the Arrows, I mean, their front 4, really front 6, with Scioli and Pereira in the linebacking core. They've made it tough. We've seen, 4 or 5 sacks already today?
Yeah, I mean, they've done a nice job forcing the ball coming out early, making him move around out of the pocket.
Campbell drops back, throwing just over the too high for Tiber. A bit strong there. He had him.
Yeah, I mean, they had over-under coverage. They had a linebacker underneath him. So he knew he had to get the ball over the linebacker. Maybe a little bit of touch on it instead of trying to fire it in there.
2nd and 10, and you got to think at this point in the game, everything is 4-down territory. Full house once again. Johnson and Bronson, the backs. Low snap, fumble! And an incomplete pass called by the official.
I'm not quite sure about that call.
Brings up a 3rd and 10. leaving Arrows coaches confused as well as the broadcasting booth.
Yeah, I mean, looking like he said he shoveled it forward. To me, it looked like he fumbled it. He never really had possession to throw it, but 3rd and 10 now.
Still brings up 3rd and long. Spartans need to get to the 24-yard line for a conversion. Mason close near side, covered by McHugh. Campbell evades a couple tackles. Campbell still alive. Campbell shakes off a 4th man. He's going to just run it. And it's going to be close, yeah. Let's see what they call.
Can narrow down, too. 4th down.
It's going to be 4th.
4th and like 3.
4th and 3, yeah. That's Scamper. That's him 7. This Arrows D-line chasing around all day.
Yeah, it just shows you how elusive Campbell is. I mean, they had him 3 different times, and he was able to get away.
We saw Williams come in for a nice grab. Mulry been putting pressure in all day. Mulry gets up. Hopefully he's okay. He's such a big part of this Sebs team. Their center, obviously, big part, making sure there's clean snaps. And then the work he does in there at defensive tackle. But 4th and 3 upcoming, and a big one at that with just 11:36 to go in the ball game, and the Spartans needing 2 scores.
Had a Spartan injured on the play too. I didn't notice.
Yeah, Bronson, the running back, he was given some blocking assignments. Little shaken up. Fourth and 3. Campbell, design run. He's going to get it and more. And a plethora of Arrows able to drag him down, but not after a nice gain, bringing Lawrence into the red zone.
It looks like down to the 12-yard line, 12 or 13. Great run there, again, showing his shiftiness.
Yeah,
definitely designed quarterback draw, and it worked amazingly.
It didn't work as much in the first quarter, but now, 4th quarter, the defensive line, they're starting to tire out a little bit. This is where that game-changing speed really matters. And we saw last week against BB&N, he was really doing the same. They were fighting late 3rd quarter, 4th quarter. He was able to get big chunk runs. 1st and 10 at the 12. He is sacked on a big sack at that. Candiato crashes the pocket in addition to Barbosa.
Yeah, ball came loose, but they said he was down. Big loss, maybe loss of 5. Be 2nd and 15.
2nd and 15, timeout Lawrence with 9:51 to go under 10 minutes, clock beginning to be somewhat of a concern.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely need to punch it in here.
And get the twos,
and
yeah.
get the two. I mean, again.
Two two-point conversions.
You know, going for two the last time Lawrence scored, this is exactly why I wouldn't have done it. Because at this point right now, you can still kick the extra point if you're only down by 15, but, you know, and now it's required you go for two, and if you don't score then, it's, you know, it's still a two-score game. I just didn't understand why they did it last time.
Big sequence coming up. One of the guys that's been really red zone reliable, Matthew Tiber, the tight end. And then, of course, Thomas Kiefler.
So I don't see that Bork has returned, so he's still out.
And the Arrows secondary.
Oh, no, there he is.
Still don't see Mulry.
No, Mulry's.
He was shaken up a tad last week. Pressure comes. Campbell trying to evade. Throws too high. As Bork pops Brady Scott. And Campbell and Scott both shaken up. Campbell pops up. Scott is still down.
You know, I mean, he jumped up, deflected it. Bork came in and hit him. You kind of almost have to, because Bork has no idea where the ball is. The ball could have been popped right up in the air. So, you know, I mean, yeah, the Spartans, you want to say that's a dirty hit, but it's really not, because the ball was right. The ball could have been anywhere.
Brings up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 to be exact. Spartans need to get down to the 10-yard line. For Lawrence. Campbell and shotgun changing the play. Him and Scott see something the rest don't. Big play here, money time, 3rd down. Campbell looking, throwing, and incomplete. He was looking for Scott, but the hand of Bork rejects the catch. And brings up an interesting situation. Fourth and 15. They're gonna go.
Yeah, you know.
Especially the way just you look at the clock and everything. But they're very well equipped to do it. They've got downfield playmakers all across the field. But I think everyone's looking at number 7, Thomas Kieffer. Campbell evading the rush. Campbell with some speed. Campbell, he's going to have to fight for it. Campbell juking. He's popped.
I think he's short. Walk away.
And Campbell is down. A flag comes in. But I think it's going to be after the play. Whoever it's on, whatever it's on. Campbell is down, and the Arrows offense at least begins to come on the field. It's Jaden Campbell playing his heart out today. Took a pop, trying to fight for that 1st down. There's some flags after the play the officials are sorting out currently.
Looks like it's coming out, so the penalty will be on the Spartans.
Gives the Arrows a little more breathing room.
15-yarder must have been.
Yeah.
There it is. Unsportsmanlike.
Yeah. Spartans O-line took offense to that hard hit there right at the line. So it'll be Arrows ball at the 19 instead of the 4.
Great effort there by Campbell. You know, he single-handedly almost got the first down. Amazing running ability. Making that last effort at the end and then took the hit. Good to see the Spartans team over there.
Campbell a little shaken up. Just a huge player for this team. Both weeks fighting through. Hope he's gonna be okay. Looks like something in the leg as he was diving and scrapping for yards. As Campbell comes off the field. The freshman has played out of his mind the first 2 weeks of the season. His dual threat ability definitely has been in the minds of defensive coordinators. But Singoli in the Arrows offense takes over, looking to probably chew the clock and maybe get an insurance score. Fakes it. Singoli on the read option. Singoli with space slides and is smoked by Scott with no apparent flag. With Singoli going down.
Yeah, I mean, you know, to me, it looked like it was a last-minute decision to slide, trying to go over the top. We get another player down over here for the Spartans, so we get an injury timeout. Looks like a cramp.
It's starting to definitely heat up here, these guys. That's why you look at Singoli going down for the slide, even though he might not have gotten the yards. He definitely got a lot, but sometimes going down for the slide, the best option.
It is. You want to make that decision a little sooner than he did. He did get the first down, and it was a good, you know, first time we see him keep the ball on the read, and it absolutely needed to because at the end was crashing hard, so it was the right play.
1st and 10 now at the 34-yard line.
Timeout. Spartans.
Lawrence takes a timeout with 8:40 to play in this game, and a big stop needed here. So the Spartans with one timeout, down 16.
And looks like you're the Spartans, your quarterback is done for the day as he's still down on the sidelines over here getting attended to.
Good news here for the Arrows. Jake Mullery is back in the game. They definitely don't need any snap problems here. As, yeah, Campbell's still shaken up.
Yeah, he's still needing assistance to walk.
Has played his heart out today. Hope it's nothing
hard to
serious.
say what it is. It looks like they've got him wrapped around the middle, so be a hip or a lower back injury. He's in a lot of pain for sure.
He's been fighting for every yard today.
Yeah, I mean, that was an amazing run. He almost got that first down. What was it? 4th and 15 or 4th and 12, and he got 11.
I mean, to come in as a freshman in 2 weeks at BB&N at St. Seb's and to play as well as he did. That's really a testament to his skill and his hard work. Hom on a nice spin move. Hom evading tacklers. Hom pushing the entire defense with him. Gets to the 50-yard line. First down, St. Seb's.
Yeah, great effort.
And some more extracurriculars.
Great effort there by Hom. You see his lower body strength and his leg strength. Now we get another penalty here.
Definitely some pushing and shoving as this game nears its boiling point. Mulry, the captain, pushing his players back.
Looks like it's going to be on the Spartans.
And again, another unsportsmanlike call. Gives the Arrows a free 15. As frustration starts to mount. First and 10 now at the 35-yard line. Hom's run got him the first down. The penalty got him an extra 15. Clock's running. It's just about to hit 8 minutes. David Hom on another run. He goes for 4, pushing for 5. As Hom steamrolls forward. As this O-line gets him a nice push.
Yeah, they're really firing off the ball. I mean, there's, every play is going to be a run from here. You'd be real surprised if they throw the ball. You want to keep the clock running. Lawrence only has 1 timeout left, so they really can't stop the clock at all. Keep this drive, keep it on the ground, keep the clock running, stay in bounds.
The other thing is, we were talking about Bolton pregame. He was very comfortable kicking at around the 30, 25-yard line. Any points here would push it to a 3-score game. Ball at the 31. Hand off to Hom, left side. Blocked there by Nigerian. Hom
Nice play.
Slides down in bounds to keep the clock moving.
Yeah, that exactly what I was saying. And Hom, high IQ kid, stays in bounds, gets the first down, and the clock will run. Real smart play there.
Seb's offense, like a well-oiled machine currently, put up 28 today. And threatening and also moving that clock. Ball at the 22-yard line. Just under 6.5 minutes to play.
Seconds on the play clock, down to 5.
Hom the back. He takes it up the middle. Pushes through for about 1 or 2.
Good job there. Using the whole play clock, snapping it with 2 seconds left on the play clock.
Oh no, and we've got a man down.
Is that Hom? No.
Look to see who it is. Matthias Ogrins, the Villanova football commit. He's down, but he pops right back up. That's a really good sign.
Yeah, he got bent over a little bit on the pile. That was basically a pig pile right there, and he was on the bottom. Looked like he's favoring the leg a little bit.
Glad to see him get right back up. Such a crucial part, that guard play, getting the push inside.
Clock will run. Get a full play clock here, so you want to use it all.
Yeah,
should be able to get it under 5 before you snap it, or very close to anyway.
Lawrence sideline making one more push, getting some noise. 2nd and 8 after they stopped up Hom. Singoli handoff, Hom right side. Hom with a little running room. Scott and Masters on the tackle.
Not sure why we're stopping the clock here. Got a penalty.
We'll see what the call is from the officials. There's obviously been a lot of pushing and shoving, as is most inside run plays.
Looks like they're going to get the Spartans again just by the reaction of Spartans huddle, defensive huddle there. No. Going to be on the arrows.
Yeah, move back their offense.
Dead ball. Oh, it is on the, also on both teams, so it'll.
So those will cancel out.
Cancel out, and I think they should move the ball back. No, they're keeping it where it is. Must have been after the play. So
it was.
Both teams, so the play stands 3rd and maybe 2.
Yeah, 3rd and 2. So 3rd and 2 and a big 2 as the clock runs under 5 minutes now. And one handoff to Hom can move the sticks. Fakes the handoff. Singoli dump to Chazinski. He's got it. He's got more. And Kalen Chazinski. Touchdown. Arrows. Chazinski gets his 2nd of the game on a 12-yard scamper.
Yeah, great play fake there. I mean, they've been getting a big diet of Hom. Fakes it to Hom, pulls it, hits him in the flat wide open, and goes into the end zone untouched.
Pushes the lead to 3 scores now. Bolton on to kick for the extra point. That would make it 23. And it is good. So the Arrows offense with flags coming out. The Arrows offense responds from last week's muck and grime in the rain to a 35-point offensive explosion. So important for the offense to get going as they head into the rest of the season. A big game next week at Milton. They're always tough.
Yeah, Milton's always got one of the top teams in the ISL. I mean, honestly, the top 7 in the ISL: Sebs, Lawrence, Milton,
BH.
Govs, BBNN. They're always strong, always great programs. Belmont Hill.
Lawrence's opponent next week, they host Belmont Hill.
Not quite sure what the penalties ended up. Looked like we got offsetting. So kickoff will stay at the 40.
And for the Spartans, it's going to be Luke Harrington at quarterback. Campbell still very much shaken up. Bolton on to kick. Scott and Mason, the deep men, with 4:34 left. Spartans are really going to need to push the ball downfield. No return and another touchback. As we get our first look at the sophomore Harrington. Coming into this game with a big task. Just one timeout, 4:34 left on the play clock. He's going to have to deal with a tough Arrows front. He's going to have to deal with the necessity to really push the ball down the field and make chunk plays through the air and try to lead a touchdown drive. Harrington, handoff to Johnson. Johnson's got a little room. He goes up for 8. A nice run by Johnson as the clock runs. And a lineman shaken up for the Spartans. Gilneo, but he pops right back up and is back in the play. Spartans gonna need a play with a little tempo, but an 8-yard run is nothing to scuff at. Harrington in shotgun. Handoff to Johnson once again. Johnson fighting. Tackle by Trzynski, inbounds. That keeps the clock running. And a smart tackle by Kalen Trzynski. First down, under 3.5 minutes to play. Arrows defense just kind of trying to keep things in front, not allowing the big play. Harrington drops back to pass. This is his first throw. Nice pitch and catch there to Mason for a gain of just about 6, but the clock continues to run. He didn't get out of bounds.
Yeah, good throw there. Almost got undercut, but he put it right where he needed to put it. Got the first down. You know, just getting the reps now. Can't really assume you're going to get back into this game, so you just want to make your plays.
Well, especially
get some good, things on tape and come back next week.
Yeah, they have a big test next week, Belmont Hill, and they beat this Arrows squad as Tiber is unable to haul that one in. The Spartans, they have a big test next week hosting Belmont Hill. And then Sebs is off to Milton for a Friday Night Lights showdown. Harrington in shotgun. 4 wide. He passes. Throws, and it is caught. Getting away is Kiefer. And he gets down to the 13-yard line, a little shaken up as Kiefer's able to dart through Sebs' defense and gain some big yardage. 2-minute warning coming up, and Thomas Kiefer is down.
Yeah, it looks like it's just a cramp. They'd probably be okay. Great throw by Harrington there. A lot of traffic in the middle. Didn't have much of a lane there, but he fired it in there. Great catch there. Better run after it. He looks to be okay. He's getting up now, stretching out a little bit more.
He's had such a great game for them.
Yeah, he's a dynamic player. He really is. You could see on that play just how important he is to this offense. Across the middle. I mean, anytime you go in the middle, you're expecting to get hit. Not only does he not get hit, he breaks away, runs for another 20 yards. Knocking on the door.
Kiefer, the senior, he played a lot at receiver today, a lot at corner. So important to this team and their chances of trying to knock off the 1-0 Belmont Hill School. But for now, Harrington's trying to get 6 points closer as he throws a nice pass.
Touchdown.
For a touchdown. Yeah, nice grab there.
That was a great grab. Great throw, great catch.
Tiber, the tight end, gets in for the score and a flag after the play.
I think that was probably pass interference because they were hanging all over him, so they'll decline that.
So brings it to 35-18 with 1:51 to go. Penalty is declined. Touchdown will stand. And a great grab. And a great first career touchdown for Luke Harrington. Getting Lawrence 6 closer.
Yeah, they'll go for 2 here. We'll bring it to a 2-score game if they can get it. Then you basically expecting an onside kick.
So Lawrence goes full house. Harrington to pass, flips it out, and immediately met by a quiver worth of arrows. Bresnahan wraps him up behind the line for no gain.
Yeah, you'll probably still see the onside kick, though it really won't have any factor in deciding this game now, as it's still a 3-score game. But it's always good to do it. I mean, practice it.
Oh, yeah.
Anytime that you can execute an onside kick, be good for the Arrows, too, with their hands receiving team out there. You'll see pretty much, I think they're only allowed to have 10 maybe in the first 20 yards. So be interesting to see how this forms. I'm not quite exactly sure how the NCAA rule is.
1 timeout left for the Spartans. Going for the onside, trying to materialize what would be an insane comeback. Arrow still putting a deep man, Chazinski.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. It looks like maybe Lawrence is going to kick it deep, but
we'll see in a matter of moments.
Yeah.
Squib kick, and it comes out and immediately caught. Slides down. McKeague able to corral that and get the ball back into this strong, explosive Seb's offense, which will more likely than not punch out.
Yeah, I think you'll probably see victory formation here.
Might need 1 first down considering the timeout.
It depends if Lawrence will take it or not, but we'll see. I mean, down 17 points with 1 timeout, it really.
Victory formation for the Arrows. As a job well done as St. Seb's.
Not quite sure why the clock's. All right, here we go. Yeah, snapped the ball, clock didn't run, so.
Arrows will head to 1-1 on the year. Lawrence falls. St. Seb's with a big statement win, coming off a tough-fought game against Belmont Hill. They get the win they needed. Offense on fire, defense clicking. Big plays all around. And a massive win to put a W and a bookmark on homecoming. Clock under a minute now. Arrows with 35 massive points. Held Campbell in this dynamic Spartans offense to just 18. Third down, once again. Sangoli with a kneel down, and that does it. St. Sebastians victorious here, putting a happy ending to a great homecoming day. And they head to Milton Academy next week to face the Mustangs.
We'll be back on Monday when soccer hosts St. Paul's of New Hampshire. I believe it's a 4 o'clock start, so we'll be live streaming that. And been a great day here at Needham with St. Sebastians taking a 35-18 win on homecoming day. I'm John Galvin along with Jack Knight. Have a great afternoon.